Hi everyone, this is Denise Taylor coming at you guys from the on a positive note. Sorry about that. And let me clean this off my screen. Sorry, have a touch screen computer. Okay, let me just cut right to the chase. And it's not going to be a very long video, but I want to talk to you people out there that's holding a grudge, that's holding anger. Now, let me say this. For years, I've held on anger in my heart for the longest time, and I never let go. And I was really angry at this person to the point, well, it just didn't turn out good. And someone really got hurt. And my thing is, if you're holding anger in your heart towards another person, it's not, and you don't talk to them about and let them know what you're angry about and try to solve it, you're only hurting yourself. And the reason why I say this is because they're not thinking about what you're angry about. They're going by their life. They're doing the fun things they want to do. But you still sitting there with anger in your heart, mad, lips all turned up because you can't get over the anger that's in your heart. Sometimes you have to man up or woman up and let stuff go, because anger is like cancer. It will eat you alive inside. Now, my thing is, I don't I don't hold that in my heart no more, because you know what? I'm trying to turn over a new leaf, and I have in certain ways, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want that to stain my life. I want to be happy. I want to do things that I want to do and be happy doing it. I don't want to sit back and think about what this person did to me, or what that person said to me, or why this person did this, or why that person did that. You know what? That's too much energy. And you're giving that person too much of your energy. Okay? So my thing is, I'm not going to give people my energy, and my positive energy at that. If you want to sit back and be negative about everything that's going on in your life, and thinking about, well, this person did this and that person did that, I can never forgive them. You know what? If you cannot forgive a person for what they did to you, then how do you expect God to forgive you for what you did to somebody else? The same judgment that you would use to judge somebody is the same judgment God is going to use on you. I read that in the Bible last night. You know what? And that's the thing. You should not judge a person. People are only human. People make mistakes. Men make mistakes. That's woman and man. Period. People make mistakes. Okay? No one's perfect. Some days you might catch a person on a bad day, and not knowing what's going on, you might tick them off. And then too, you know, you're entitled to have an upset day. But you know what? You can't let that stop you from being you. Now, I've read a meme the other day where it says you can have the sweetest heart, the sweetest mind, the sweetest spirit. You know what I'm saying? You can be helpful, a good friend, a loving person, caring person, and everything. But you know what? It's always the good people that get stabbed in the back. So my thing is, I'm not saying you have to build a shield up and you have to be angry about it all the time. But you know what? Yes, it's okay to be angry about it. But you know what? You got to get over it. And what I mean, you got to get over it, you got to live your life. If you're worried about that person and being angry at that person and being upset with that person, that's on you. You're burning your life expand up because you can't get over the anger that you're carrying. Anger is a bad thing. It's a bitter thing. And you know what? Let me tell you something else. How you know that you're carrying the anger? You have a knot in your throat. A real tight knot that you can barely swallow. And if you're carrying that knot in your throat, you need to get rid of it. Because that's anger. Anger turns to hate. Hate turns to anything that shouldn't be. We should be loving one another. We should be caring for one another. I don't know if y'all haven't heard yet, but we're living in the last days. And I'm not trying to allow nobody to keep me from going to heaven. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? And if you're that kind of person that's out there trying to keep people from going to heaven, you should be ashamed of yourself too, because God is going to judge you on how you're carrying yourself. Okay? So I'm preaching to you guys about anger. I know I haven't did any videos for a while, but I just I just needed to get this here. I'm still doing videos, but I just been busy with my candles, and I definitely got to show you guys my candles. Well, you guys, if you're watching, you can go to the next page and you'll see a whole collection of my candles. And I do these, I sell these. If you want them, email me, and email me your telephone number, and I will call you and we can chat. Okay? But I just want to let you guys know, anger is an ugly thing. Anger tears people apart. Anger tears friendships apart. Anger never accomplishes anything. And you know what? Another meme I seen the other day on Facebook. I don't know if you guys have seen this one, but it's where the son, he graduates from high school, and he told his father, "Oh, I would like a brand new car." And the father was very well off. He had good money and everything. And what happened was, he called his son into his office and he gave him this book. He said, "Yeah, a happy graduation, son. I'm proud of you. Here's a book for it." And he looked, he said, "I wanted a car. This is not right." He blew up. He got really angry with his father. So, make a long story short, his father and him never spoke again. 20, 30 years has passed. And he was in his own office, and he was sitting there looking at the pictures. He said, "Well, maybe it's time for me to get over this anger and call him." Well, the next hour, his father had passed. His mom called him and said, "Your dad just died and everything. You need to come down," and all that. Well, he gets down there after they make the funeral. That's my phone. Funeral arrangements and stuff. He was in his dad's office and sitting in his chair. And he was like, looking around on his desk. He saw the book that his dad gave him for his graduation. He picked it up, he opened the book up, and it says, "I am very proud of you, I love you, and there is nothing you can't do when you put your mind to it. Love, Dad." And as he was flipping through the pages, at the very back, the key to a brand new car was taped to the last page of the book. Okay, now that made me so teary-eyed to where, because some of us is just like the dad and the son. Don't want to talk about what's going on and why and how you got there. You know, I think if I had to go through something like that with one of my friends or one of my family members, it would tear me up. It really would. So I hope and I pray that this here helped you guys. Pass it along. Share it. Stay away from anger. And anger is one of the seven sins. You know, you can't live off anger. Anger only builds tension and hurt and everything else. So I ask that you guys give it to the Lord, open your heart, and ask God to take the anger away. Okay, well, this is it. I'm wrapping this up. Share, subscribe, and pass it along. Okay, this is a positive note from Denise Taylor. Talk to you guys later.